Okay, hello everyone. This is going to be my review on Elder Scrolls Online. As you can see, I've already played a couple of characters actually. I'm trying to see where the best place for me to start is, and so far the Templar is my favourite, and Ebonheart is kind of where I want to start. Also, what else was it? I forgot. I'm live streaming this actually, so I'm live streaming this while doing my review. Anyway, so first things first, let's create a character. There are three races, three alliances: the Daggerfall Covenant, the Aldmeri Dominion, and the Ebonheart. The Daggerfall Covenant have the Bretons, the Orcs, and the Red Guard. They basically, I would see them as the USA. Tough, fairly strong, and not the most intelligent. Sorry, USA. The Aldmeri are more like EU, very diplomatic, and yeah, that's basically what they are. They're diplomatic, and that's about it. Diplomatic and weak. Yeah, we are kind of weak, but we're very diplomatic in the EU, I would say. And then you've got the Ebonheart. The Aldmeri are the High Elves of the Shimmering Isles, and they're trying to put the elves back on the throne of the Imperium. The Ebonheart pack is the Argonians, Dark Elves, and the Nords. These are the people I will be playing. This is the Morrowind section. Morrowind, Argonia, and Skyrim. That is what the Ebonheart pact is. This is more like the Eastern world. Very, very, very powerful, and care more about the strength of your army and your people more than being diplomatic. Yeah, so this would be like the middle of the range, and in real life these would be like the Ebonhearts versus the Daggerfall Covenant kind of thing. My favourites are the Dark Elves, the Dwemmers. No, they're not Dwemmers, they're Dark Elves, and I'm not going to go them. Well, I wouldn't be going them in my main game. I will be playing the Argonians when I go back into the when I play for the first time ever, because the Argonians get bonus to healing, restoration, and poison resistance. I am a healer at heart, like that's purely what I am, and a healer is a Templar. The heal. The Dragon Knight is basically your warrior, your sorcerer is your mage, your Nightblade is your assassin, and your Templar is your healer. They all seem to be very tough, except for the sorcerer, of course, but yeah, it's just not bad. I'm just going to randomize my appearance, I think, until ooh, oh, I like that last one. Randomize. No, it'll be fine. I do like the whole being able to move things around here. It does make it. It's nice. It's you can change things a lot in this game. Body markings. The customization is pretty high, but if you want to customize a character, you should really just go play All Points Bulletin, because there is 100% 100% customization in that game. So yeah. Anyway, this will be idiotic Altamar, since I've already got Altamara, and we'll just create this character. Yes, let's play the tutorial. I've already played it, but I'll just go through it. Just to show off a few things that I do like about this game, and a few things that kinda annoy me about this game. Remember, I've only played it for about an hour to 2 hours, so I'm not that far into it. My highest character is level 6, level 8 pretty soon. So yeah, here's where you start, and so yeah, here's where you start, which is pretty typical for Elder Scrolls game, in a dungeon. What's the odds? Anyway, pick up the food. Always pick up food. Food. I might turn down the volume of that. And that, and definitely footsteps. Dialogue will stay quite high, and interface volume will go down. And there we go. So here's who we want to talk to, the prophet. This is another thing I like about this game. The graphics are actually pretty good, especially considering this is an MMO. Yes, an MMO with close to Skyrim graphics. Pretty damn good. And you can scroll out and come out of your first person mode. But if you want to play like Skyrim or any other Elder Scrolls game, you want to play in first person. Let's talk.
So, you've been through an ordeal. Take a few moments to collect yourself.
So this is something I really like. So far from what I know, every single quest giver talks. So to me that is amazing. I'm used to playing Warhammer Online, World of Warcraft, and games like that where they don't talk. I think Svatar was one of the first ones to do everyone talking, and of course this one does it. Also, the storyline seems okay so far from what I've played, but it's not useless. Like it's not a non-storyline. There's some storyline. Anyway, I will stop recording here and showcase a few other things that I like and don't like about this game. So I'll see you in a minute. And remember, this is not a playthrough, it's just a review of things that I do like and don't like. Okay, now this is where you get your weapons. So, this is one thing I do not like. You don't really get a choice of what you get. You get to pick a weapon, technically. I would prefer it if you could pick more than one weapon, cause I don't really want a sword. As a mage, you kinda want to play as a blunt weapon or something like that. You don't want a sword. They should really have a choice. I know it's a prison, so it's kinda like not going to have a choice, but like seriously, there is weapons racks. Where are the weapons racks? You could have a sword, you could have an axe, you could have a mace, you could have a shield. Come on, you could have more than just one thing. It's so annoying. And I'm a loot whore, by the way. I won't be doing this role playing. So yeah, it's kinda annoying to me. I find it's just something that I find annoying. Mainly because I don't want. It's just a little thing. I know it doesn't matter, and I shouldn't care, to be honest. It's not like oh, Daedra? Whoa. It's not like it matters. Oh, I is to go there. Daedra Husk. Value 1. Great. And all these are close to 0 or 1. So yeah, it technically doesn't matter. Like, I should be able to just not care. Like, later on in the game, yeah, you can get more weapons and you can focus more on other things. Just I wish they would have more choice. Seriously. It's like a staff. And you don't get... Another thing that annoys me is you don't get a spell straight away. I would much rather have a spell to start and kill things with my spells than kill things with my weapons. Especially if I'm a sorcerer, because I don't want to focus on weapons one little bit. So, yeah, let's just take it, because we kind of have to. Oh, god damn it. Take it. Yeah, go away, don't care. Where's my weapon? Where's my weapon? Up here. Also, lockpicks. Still not used them once in the game. Just like Skyrim, hold down and you do powerful attacks, and click and you do small attacks. So yeah. Yeah, it's pretty close to Skyrim, and this is something I do like. The combat system, which is pretty damn good. Defend is right trigger, and attack is left trigger? Yeah, left. So your normal one, and then if you power attack.
Do not slow vestige. With the passing of time, any indecision becomes decision.
Yeah, shut up. And as you've seen, I gained skill in swordcraft or something, lockpick, which I didn't want, but meh, it's a thing. All these things I never really searched the first time around, but I guess very useful. Oh, and I think what's ever in these is depending on your race, because it's changed. This is the third time I've tried it, and it's changed for every single character I've went. If you don't do the tutorial, you don't get much, so I'd advise doing a tutorial every time. You just get loads of extra items, like all this crap, which you don't really need, but it's always useful. So I will see you later, probably after the tutorial. So I'll actually see you at the end of the tutorial. So see you soon. Okay, so we've leveled up. The level up system in this game is okay. You get an attribute point, I think, per level, and you get to choose Magicka, Health, or Stamina. Magicka helps with magic. Health helps with combat, and Stamina helps with sprinting more and doing stronger attacks. Since I'm going to be a healer, I'm always just going to increase Magicka. Don't want to be in combat much, and I don't really care for Stamina. Sprinting's fun and all, but don't care. And then you get this. So you got an Adric Spear. Equip additional Adric puncturing strikes. This is if you're going weapon focused. This is healing focus. No, this is damage focus. This is healing focus. You can choose to put weapon points in weaponry. You can choose to put points in armor, your racial trait, or your crafting ability, which we'll be doing later on in the game. So first thing we do, I'm gonna go with Dawn's Wrath, because restoring light, you don't get hurt in the tutorial. So Dawn's Wrath, kill things faster. There we go. And this is something that I complained about earlier. You'd not been able to use magic from the very beginning. So yeah, now you can. So now I'll be using this sword a lot less. As you can, again, I'll show you just what I meant by earlier with everybody speaks in the quests. Watch, talk to Lyrius.
You've got more meat on
There
your
we go.
bones than most of these poor bastards, and I see you've armed yourself. Good. I hope you've still got some fight left in you. You're
See?
going to need it.
She's speaking too. Graphics are actually pretty good. as you can see. I have it on ultra graphics and it works really well on my computer. Remember, my computer is only like 6 months old. Probably less than that, it's probably like 4 months. So yeah, I'll see you all later at the end of the tutorial, so see you in a minute. Yeah, see you in a minute. Here's a problem I have with this game as well. The map. The map. Yes, the map is a big problem. You only get to see the region you're in. Oh my god, that's so bad. Like, I can't do anything. Like, I can do that. Set destination, don't really care. Remove. But you cannot check other areas. You can't even do it when you're outside of the map. And this is the first time you will see other people. Beowulf. Yeah, it's a thing. There's other people in this game. There should be. You kind of expect it. Hello. Don't know who you are. Hell Eater. Random people. Random people that aren't going to attack me. Yeah, so you have your normal spawns like Flame Atronach, which is a Flame Atronach, which dies quick, like that. It dies quickly. Anyway, I will see you later. We've just got to do things like press E on a couple of things, so see you all soon. Okay, time to showcase a little thing that I do like about this game. Traps. Yes, that's right, traps. They're easy to go through, but traps. Yeah, it's something. Sure, there's going to be harder traps later on in the game, but traps. Traps are fun. So, yeah, full graphics. This shows you the extent of this game, basically. Or what I've seen so far. This is a cool little thing. Watch. So, at the moment, spoiler alert, what I'll have to do is get rid of that, and she goes in there, and he comes out. That's basically what it is. It looks cool, this whole contraption thing to keep one guy inside. So, yeah, anyway, again, I'll see you at the end boss of this dungeon, so see you all soon. And now, this is what I like.
The souls of the damned are my weapons. You will know eons of suffering.
Yeah, massive guy. Yeah, this is what I like. An awesome little enemy, like boss type thing. But he can't hurt you because you have the prophet with you. So yeah, this is the end fight of this dungeon. Hints. Defeat the Child of Bones. Yeah. Anyway, this will be finished pretty soon. All I need to do is keep hitting them. Somewhere here there's actually another weapon, which would have been nice, but oh well. So, see you soon. Bye bye. So, this is the end of the tutorial, and we shall discuss my review of the game from what I've played and the tutorial as a whole. The tutorial is fun. If the game stays like a tutorial, then the storyline should hopefully be pretty good. I've not done the main storyline, it's still pretty, like, all over the place. It's like every other MMO, you have to run around a lot. Run from one end of the town to the other end of the town. And towns are pretty big in this game. Getting a horse is really easy though. A horse is 1 gold. So yeah, it's not too bad. And horses have a decent amount of stamina, so you can sprint with them a lot longer. And they make you go 15% faster, I think it is. So, they're pretty simple to get. I would suggest... the game as a whole, from what I've played, is pretty fun. I have played it well, not extensively, but when I'm able to play it, I've played it a lot. I've ignored everything else, and I'm not getting bored of it. I have with other MMOs. It's probably because it's more fast-paced and it's very nice to look at. The fact that they talk helps me to keep with the storyline a lot better, and I'm able to know what I'm doing or where I'm going when they're talking rather than reading. Normally when I read stuff I completely skip things. Sometimes I just keep clicking next because I haven't bothered. And yeah. I've not tried the PvP out, so I can't tell you how that works, if that makes the game any better or not. A few things that I don't like about this game, the inability to have more than, like, choose a weapon at the start of the game, the inability to have a spell at the start of the game, kinda a little bit annoying, but it's something that can easily fly by and you can just forget about. What else? I'm sure. Oh yeah, the fact that it costs, if you want the Imperium, it costs you £70. That's a lot of money. That's twice the price of a normal game. Plus, you have to pay £10 a month. From the looks of it, and from what I've played, it's worth the tenner a month, not the £70. That extra race for an extra 20 quid, which is close to about 25-30 euros, isn't worth it, in my opinion. Yeah, not really worth it. What else is there? That's about it, really. Overall, the game is good. Not sure if it's good enough to be a pay-to-play game, but if they keep an eye on what people are saying and what people are wanting, then it might be. The skill list is very, very limited. Yeah, and the skill list isn't that limited. It is limited, but not that limited. The fact that there's only 4 classes in the game makes it limited. Like, seriously, 4 classes when you have 9-10 races? Yeah. Would have preferred it to be more along the lines of a sandbox game where you can choose your class while you play. I would prefer the sandbox game for a Skyrim game or an Elder Scrolls game, because they're meant to be pretty sandboxy. Yeah, I would have preferred not to choose a class and then develop whatever I wanted. I guess it's to, I guess it is to help with this, like, your abilities thing. But, like, seriously, I think if every class has 3, that's 12. That's 12 abilities that you could have put here. And you could have just made the classes dependent on what weapon you got and what armor you're choosing. And then you could have, like, had what they had in the original ones. You craft spells and stuff like that. It's an Elder Scrolls game that isn't an Elder Scrolls game. It's trying too much to be a MMO and less of an Elder Scrolls game. Understandable, because it is an MMO. I don't know. I do like it and I don't. I would have preferred it to be sandboxy. And games do work that are sandbox game. Mortal Online. I think it's no. Lord of the Rings Online doesn't. It's, you have classes. I think Dungeons and Dragons have classes. Fallen Earth is an amazing sandbox MMO, and you can just choose whatever you want. the same with all points bulletin. Actually, there isn't a class in all points bulletin. You just pick what you want, and that's what I would have preferred. Just choosing what I want. Having like a spreadsheet would have been better, basically, and then crafting abilities would have been better, and then you could tell people what you are. Like, you can say you have such and such in healing, but I guess it's to make it simple when you're in a group. But there's not enough. There's still not enough classes. Like, there's 4 classes: tank, mage, healer, assassin. Yeah, it's like, nah. I would have preferred a warlock there, or a Daedric summoner, or summoner, should I say? So they could have added a summoner. They could have added what else is there? So you've got healer, restoration. You've got mysticism, alteration. You've got the mage classes. So mage. And then you've got a summoner, which can summon Daedric things. You've got assassins, or nightblades. You can have thieves. A thief wouldn't really work in an MMO. Yeah, wouldn't really work that well. So yeah, maybe not a thief. Warrior. But you could have had like more than just one warrior type. You could have had one warrior type focused more on two-handed weapons, one warrior type focused more on, like, you could have had a damage dealing warrior type or a tanky warrior type. Yeah, 4 classes is not enough, I think. Yeah. Like, you could have had a paladin, which focuses more on defense and healing, and a healer, which focuses more on healing and no like actual defense, like a mage healer type of thing. So yeah, the game's limited. Hopefully they'll listen to people and they will eventually make it better. Hopefully. It's okay. I'm going to keep playing it. I'm definitely going to keep playing it. So I still don't know where to make provisions or woodworking. I know where to enchant. I know where to clothe. I know where these are, but don't know where these 2 are. I know. I do. I don't know. Anyway, have fun all. I hope it's been fairly informative, and I know it's not been that informative technically. Anyway, have fun all, and I'll see you all for the next game that I play. I don't know when that will be, or when, or whatever. So have fun and goodbye.